Hi, I'm Mary Jo Boyd here with another eBite from Attorney Computer Systems. Today's eBite is in Tabs 3, and today we're going to talk about a little feature in the fee window that you can change what you view at the bottom list. So you can change different options and see different things, making it easier to sort and find what you're looking for. So let me show you how to do that. So I'm going to open a fee window, and we're going to open up a client that has several time entries in it. And then we are going to go over to the bottom because this is what I'm talking about, this fee entry list. And there are two different options over here in the lower right that you can choose to get some more information. So the first one is we can print the list. So if I just wanted to print all of the time for this particular matter, I can hit the print list button. I'm just going to preview this real quick. And I get a quick list of all the time entries that have been put in with a total of non-billable and billable. This is all attorneys just as it was entered in there. So that's one option that you can have as a quick, easy way to go ahead and show all of that and print it out. Now the other one is where I want to spend a little more time, and this is our View Options button. And when I click on this, it defaults to always being this client ID. So I'm on client number 100, and this is all of the time entries that I'm seeing out there that are WIP entries there for that client 100. If I wanted to sort this and see just the time entries for a certain timekeeper, let's say timekeeper number 2, I can click on OK. I'm going to bring up this list here a little bit. So now I'm only looking at the time entries that refer to timekeeper number 2 for client ID 100. I can change that to be number 3. I can do all of them, whatever I want to do there. I also can change this to see who entered the time. So if I want to see which user entered time, I could come in here and I could pick a certain user and see who entered that time. So I'm going to see all of the entries. Oops, I have a timekeeper still in there. Let's take that out. Say OK. Now I'm seeing all of the time entries that Ron entered. So it's a way that you can track and just sort very quickly on this View Option button. So I'm going to go back in here, take that out. Another thing that you can do in here is you can view the archive transactions. Normally what we see down on this list at the bottom is our WIP transactions. But if we wanted to go back and see everything that has already been billed or archived, I could click on that button, say OK, and now I'm going to see everything. If I scroll down, I don't know if he has any archived, but if he did, there would be an ARCH over here in the reference, and that would indicate that it was archived. Now that's going to stay on until I turn it off. So if I go to another client ID or another matter, I'm going to see all the archived too until I come back to this list and I uncheck that include archived records. So just know it'll keep remembering that until you come back in and turn it off. Now something else that we can do is we can sort this by transaction date. So if I sort a list by transaction date instead of by client ID, I am then seeing, no matter what client I'm on up here, all of the time entries that were entered for a certain day. And so let's say I want to see all of the time entries that timekeeper number 2 entered, and I can, again, click OK. And then I can even choose a day. I can go further because now I have this little calendar button that pops up that has a select date. And if I click on that, I can say I only want to see all the time entries that were entered for timekeeper number 2 on the 17th. That would give me all of the time that was put in by timekeeper number 2 for that day. So it's a fast, easy way to see what did I do today? What have I billed for today? And that's another option for sorting. And it always tells you what you're sorting by right here on this fee list. So if you come back in and you're not seeing time entries that you put in, check and make sure that you didn't have a transaction date selected or a timekeeper. And if you see that instead of client ID, then you know that you can come back over to your view options, check the settings here that you have, change it to client ID. You can take out the client timekeeper, and then you can say OK, and you're back to your just client ID list for that particular matter. So it's very easy for you to change what you're looking at right here on this particular screen and just navigate to what you want to see. I hope this eBite's been helpful for you. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to give us a call or visit our website. Thanks.